So, hello and welcome to New India Junction. I'm Divya Singh Sharma. Kashmir Files has created a buzz with its trailer and it's releasing on 11th March. We are here today in Delhi with the main star cast, Pallavi Joshi ji, and let's hear what she has to say about her character and about the film. Your character is very interesting from what it looks like in the trailer. Would you like to? I think it has a negative shade. Would you like to tell us a little more about it?
Yes, I agree with you. It's a very interesting character, and I had lots of fun preparing for the role and playing it. Most of my scenes in the film are with Darshan. Unfortunately, we have a stellar star cast. We have Anupam Kher, we have Mithun Chakravarti, we have Puneet Issar, we have Prakash Belavadi, we have Mrinal Kulkarni, and a brilliant, brilliant actor like Chinmay Mandlekar. But I had no scenes with them, But with Darshan, I really enjoyed. He's a great, great actor to work with. And yes, looking at the cause of the film, my character does go into the negative zone. And I think that's what makes it so interesting, because it's so going against everything that I've done in the past. And people really don't expect me to, jump headlong into something like this. But it's great fun when, in spite of having, a body of work where people have always liked you, have always seen a very positive image. You've been like Miss Goody Two Shoes, and suddenly you see something like this, and people come out of the theater telling me, I hated you, I hated you. I think that's the biggest compliment you can receive as an actor.
Exactly, for the character called Radhika Menon, if I'm right. Yes. So, from Mrignani to Radhika Menon, right? It's been quite a journey.
Oh my God, yeah. 30, how many years? More than 30 years.
It happens to be Women's Day tomorrow. So, regards to your character Radhika Menon, which you are saying it's very opposite of what you believe in or generally what you've played, any message that you can tell to women on Women's Day connected to the country?
It will be a slightly longer this speech because because my views on feminism are a little different. I think we'll always look at feminism from a very Western point of view. I believe in Indian feminism, and when I talk about Indian feminism, what I mean is that here in our country, women have never been taken lightly, and just because a woman is not earning doesn't mean that she's not empowered. So we have always, looked up to our mothers, we've looked up to our grandmothers. And if you see in Indian families, it's the woman of the house who actually controls everything. I have seen in so many cases, most of the cases, whenever I went out with my parents to their friend's place, it was the woman who finally made the decision कि चलो अब घर चलते हैं बहुत हो गया, and the man would immediately get up and say yes, yeah, let's go. And I mean, if the wife has said that it's time to leave, it is time to leave. I have seen scores of families where the men who go for a morning walk come back with a bag full of vegetables. They go for their morning walk, and before they leave, they make that cup of tea for their wife so it should be ready for her when she wakes up, because then she's going to keep working the entire day for the family. So now these are the things which really, they touch my heart, and they just dispel the, what do you say?
The myth around.
No, the cocoon in which we have kept this feminism. I think it's a very broader subject. If we touch our elders' feet, if we decide to speak softly in front of people who matter, if we cover our heads when we go into temples, or if we like to wear Indian clothes, doesn't mean we are not feminists. Yeah. So just because I earn money, or just because you may see me with a glass of drink in my hand, or because I smoke, it doesn't make me a feminist. I'm feminist beyond all these things. My mother was a feminist. My grandmother was a feminist. So for me, the idea of feminism is very different. And I also have one more thing to say, that for for centuries, ever since the world has been created, it has been a patriarchal society. And we should not take that term lightly too. What does patriarchal society mean? It means that the man of the family has to go out there, and it's his job to put that food on the table thrice a day, day after day after day.
The provider.
And the men have done their duty all these years. You know, things have been thrown at them like, I don't care if you sell your soul, but my children need to be fed. Go out and get that money. So when we talk about patriarchy, I believe in equality. I don't believe in supremacy. So if we are going to bring down patriarchy, it doesn't mean that we up with matriarchy.
Yeah.
We need to be equal. The world is 50% men, 50% women. I think we should take a note out of the men's book and learn from them how they have been the sole providers of the families so long. And we should stand with them, shoulder to shoulder, and help them with their responsibilities coming on our own, as they should help us with our responsibilities. Maybe I'm talking about a utopian concept, but that is what I believe in.
So we dream that this actually happens. So New India Junction, I think that is the perfect definition that you may need for this Women's Day to emulate and to practice in your life. Speaking about your character, Radhika Menon, and the movie, so you all have gone through extensive research. We already saw that. What when you had to prepare for this character, is there anyone that you take inspiration from? Ki this is the person, or these are the set of people that I can take inspiration from, because I have to be something that I'm not. So
I wouldn't like to name names here because I think it will be wrong on my part. But yes, I have gone through a lot of speeches from some very esteemed universities in Delhi. And I have studied the body language. I have studied their, what do you say? Their, not mannerisms, but their, what they believe in. Agenda is the wrong word to use, so I don't want to use that. But I want to understand their belief system. And I managed to do that. Because creating the correct psychographics for this character was very important. I didn't want her to look like a caricature. I wanted her to look like a real person. And when I speak about being real, I also wanted her to be a good person. I don't see Radhika Menon as a bad woman. Just because she has a different set of ideals and which she very strongly believes in, maybe she's wrong to believe in that, But one can blame her belief system, but one cannot blame her as a person. She may be a nice person. She may have her loved ones around her. She may be the best hostess. She may throw the best of parties. She may have, the best of gatherings. People love to come to her place. There's always music at her place. They always talk about culture. There are always political discourses going on. So when you play a villain in the film, doesn't mean you play a bad person. It means that you play a person whose idealism or whose belief system is in stark contradiction to the story, to the main story of the film, or to the protagonist of the film. So that is why I wanted to bring out the human quality in Radhika, and I think I've managed it.
I haven't seen the movie, but seeing the trailer itself, I knew, okay, this is one character that I'm going to come out and say, I really hate it. But that means it is a splendid job. In the small sections of the trailer, we can see that. Yeah. So thanks a lot for giving us that brilliant performance, which is making us crave for 11th of March.
Do see the film in theaters. It's releasing on the 11th. And, everybody is on social media, barring me. But then there's Darshan, there's Bhasha, Vivek is of course there, Anupamji is there. So tag any one of them and please let us know how you like the movie. You too.
Since you mentioned, why aren't you on social media? Just curious.
Aren't you seeing me? I'm a happy person. Why should I be on social media?
Okay, if you were, we would ask you to like, share and subscribe our channel, so at least you could tell others to come watch.
Please come and watch New India Junction. Wonderful talking to everyone here. And what are your social media handles? Do I need to say those two? Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And Twitter, everywhere on social media and what you may have. Sorry. I'm sorry for my ignorance.
To see ma'am, there's no social media, you can go to the theatres.
Yes. To see me, you only have to come to the theatres.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Happy Women's Day.
Thank you. You too.